continue on with another golf story. I'm attempting to recall some of my golf stories from my golf photography career that's been going on for almost 30 years. I started it up in Whistler. Shooting the foursomes on the first tee at Nicholas North, and my dear old dad came up. He was 75, and he'd come in and get the film at 10 in the morning after I'd been there for 3 hours. Film, mid-90s actually, so film. Get them developed, and he'd sell them to all the clients coming in off of 18. Great. Got to spend time with my dad in his latter years. He passed at 81. Mom made it to 94. Anyways, so I was on the first tee at Nicholas North, and then I had all 4 courses, and I was making some pretty good money, cash every day, with all the tourists pulling up there. Nicholas was packed. It was the mid-90s. Dollar was 45% in the favor of the Americans. So, you know, something that was $100 would only cost them $65, or $1 million home cost them $600,000, which ain't fair in my mind. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's kind of the way it is in the world. My ukulele, Enya, electric ukulele, fantastic. I'm loving this. Anyways, this story's about, what's my second one? I got a call from IMG one day, and they said, "We hear you're the man." I go, "What do you mean by that?" They go, "Well, you're doing all the photography." The guy said, "Yeah, well, we're bringing up David Faherty to Furry Creek, which is one of your courses that you've been recommended." So anyways, I did that one. It was very successful. Then the next one was in Calgary with Jerry Pate, U.S. Open winner. I can't remember what year, 78 or something like that. I should have looked it up before the story. But so anyways, I fly to Calgary the night before, about an hour flight from Vancouver. Get to the hotel, and I'm in the lobby, and I meet Patty and Bill, the people that hire me from IMG. And it was only the second gig that I was doing for them, and which led to like about 12 years of doing great gigs for them all over the U.S. with Freddie Couples, Nick Price, well, you name it, all the David Faherty, Paul Azinger. Anyway, so this one was with Jerry Pate in Calgary at a very exclusive club. Can't even remember the name of that either. It was so long ago. But at any rate, so he comes walking through the lobby, and she introduces me to him, and he doesn't even really, I don't know whether his mind was elsewhere or what, but he's like almost like a grunt. Yeah, you know. Anyway, so then Patty says to me, "Well, listen, I want you to be down when the limo arrives at 7:30 in the morning, and you'll ride with Jerry to the golf course, and I'll see you there." I said, "Oh, great." So anyway, I set my alarm. I get up at 6:30, a shower and everything. I go downstairs at about 20 after 7, and the limo driver's there. He's got his trunk popped up, and we're standing in the back of the car waiting. And Jerry Pate, kind of about 7:45, finally Jerry Pate comes out, pulling his travel bag with his clubs in it. Anyways, he doesn't really even acknowledge me. He says hi to the driver. The driver puts his bag in the trunk. So we get in the back, and this is a big stretch limo, right? So we get in the back. Jerry's to my right, and I'm sitting here. We're looking straight ahead, and he still hasn't really said much, you know. I mean, I just thought, Jesus, what kind of a personality has this guy got? So anyways, we're about 15 minutes into the ride, and I thought, what the hell with him? I looked over at him, and I said, "I've got a great Jerry Pate story." He looks at me, he says, "Yeah, what's that?" I said, 1978, and I'm just picking a number out. 11th hole, Glen Abbey. down in the ravine. You pulled your drive left down to where all the patrons stand, in the trees almost. And I said, the ball came to rest right in front of my buddy Doug Adair and I's feet. So then you came down, and of course the marshals clear everybody out, and we're still standing right there. And I said, you've got to hit the ball under a limb and then make it rise up in the air over a creek to the green. And the pin, I think, was back left. And just like that, he says, yeah. He says, I pulled out my 4-iron and pulled off a shot under the tree up, hit it about 15 feet from the pin, and made the putt. I said, you remember that, eh? He goes, oh yeah. You don't remember, you don't forget shots like that. I go, isn't that amazing? So then from that moment on, I was like his best frickin' friend. All day long, he couldn't do enough for me. Bob, do you want a shot of this? Bob, do you want a shot of that? He's got his arms around me. I got a great picture of him, actually, with his arm around me, and I got him to sign it. So it just shows you, you know, he was in another world, and all of a sudden that just sparked him, and we became buddies that day. So anyways, that's it. Cute little story. Anyways, signing off. That was just my little Jerry Pate story. Bye.